Good morning. This video is on protection of life and property of senior citizens. Family is the basic unit. 77% of senior citizens are being protected by their own children since they are living along with the children. And rest of them are living either with their grandchildren or relatives. Only few number of senior citizens are living alone or in a old age home. But there are instances in which the protection of life and property of senior citizens, and in order to protect the senior citizens, the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Amendment Act 2019 has come into being. Section 21, 21A, 22, and 23 of the Act, which deals with protection of life and property. Section 21 states that the government is to give wide publicity on the measures taken by the government and the provisions under the Act with regard to the protection of life and property of senior citizens. Government is to organize sensitization and awareness training programs for the officers of the central government and state government, police officers, and those who are in judicial services. The state government is to prepare a comprehensive action plan which includes protection of life and property. And the government is to coordinate with the different departments and stakeholders for implementation of the action plan, and also a periodic review mechanism is to be set up over the welfare measures launched as part of the action plan. District magistrate is a key person in implementing the act, and necessary powers are to be entrusted to him. For the protection of life and property, there is to be a nodal officer in each police station who is to be appointed not below the rank of a sub-inspector, having aptitude and appropriate training. At the district level, there shall be a special police unit headed by a deputy superintendent of police, and the unit includes nodal officers from all police stations of the district and two social workers. One of the social worker working in the area of old age shall be a woman. Transfer of property void. This is an important section. There are instances in which a parent or senior citizen may transfer his property as a gift or otherwise to his children or relative on condition that the transferee shall provide basic amenities to him till his end. And if the person refuses to provide basic amenities or fails to provide, the senior citizen can approach the maintenance tribunal, and the maintenance tribunal shall conduct necessary inquiries. And if it is found that the petition is correct, then the maintenance tribunal shall declare the transfer deed as void on considering that the transfer deed was effected by fraud, coercion, or undue influence. This is applicable in the case of an estate where maintenance is allowed to a senior citizen. Here, the role of voluntary organization come into being. If the senior citizen whose property is alienated by his children or relative, and if he is unable to proceed the action against them before the maintenance tribunal, he can entrust some voluntary organization working in the field or any other person. So the voluntary organization or persons can approach the maintenance tribunal with the consent of the senior citizen on behalf of him. The central government and state government have to take suitable measures to create age-friendly environment in the house and outside. The transportation facilities like road, rail are to be made age-friendly. Information technology is to be used for increasing communication facilities. All the public facilities are to be made barrier-free environment. The state government is to install a helpline center in suitable places. It shall have a toll-free telephone number to be common at national level. Whenever a senior citizen is in distress, he can call this toll-free telephone number for help. And that toll-free telephone number is to be linked to the healthcare facility, police, and other related agencies for the redressal or help. If the government is launching a new welfare scheme, that scheme shall be applicable to those who are above 60 years also. In the event of launching a new scheme for the senior citizens, it shall not adversely affect those who are below 60 years. This is an important provision for the protection of senior citizens. Whoever having care and protection of parent or senior citizens abuses or abandons, that is considered to be an offense, and it is punishable with imprisonment, a minimum of 3 months and to a maximum of 6 months. He can be fined up to rupees 10,000 or he can be awarded both. The word abuse means physical abuse, emotional abuse, economic abuse, or neglect. The word abandonment means causing assault, injury, and physical or mental sufferings. So all these offenses are punishable. The offense mentioned just now is a cognizable offense. That means a police officer can arrest without warrant. It is a bailable offense. The magistrate can try the case summarily so that the case can be disposed without much delay. According to Section 17 of the Act, lawyers are not allowed to represent senior citizens before the maintenance tribunal. But for the protection of life and property of senior citizens, there are other legal provisions where the lawyers can act. Some of them are mentioned below. 1. Creation or execution of a will. A will is necessary and it will help the children and the relatives of the deceased person to avoid unnecessary litigations. A lawyer can help the senior citizen in preparing a power of attorney. He can prepare rules for care homes. He can help to get back Medicare from Ombudsman or insurance claim from Ombudsman. A lawyer can help a senior citizen in preparing income tax, gift tax, and sort out the issues related to that. Maintenance under the Maintenance Act, and also in getting fund under Reverse Mortgage Act, where a senior citizen having a permanent place of abode can mortgage that house and get an amount as pension till the end of his life. In conclusion, we can see that for the protection of life and property of senior citizens, various departments like police, public relations department, social justice, finance, local self-government have to act together, preparing a comprehensive action plan. For the legal protection, the police department is to nominate nodal officers at police station and constitute a special police unit at district level. The public relations department is to give wide publicity regarding the provisions of the Act and the welfare schemes. The social justice department, finance department, local self departments have to prepare and implement a comprehensive action plan. Further, the social workers, voluntary organizations have a role to help the senior citizens to approach the maintenance tribunal on behalf of the senior citizens. Thank you.